इससे पहले हमने इन लास्ट 3 वीडियोस आई हैव डिस्कस्ड अबाउट द construction and introduction part of DC machine. Here I am going to discuss about the DC motor principle of operation, how it operates and how it creates unidirectional torque, because the generation of induced EMF in DC machine is also AC, but how it is going to be unidirectional DC. So let us see a basic principle of generation of force that you have studied in your class 12, that is basic principle of creation of force. You see, a current carrying wire in magnetic field is subjected to a force. That force is called Lorentz force. So this force, current carrying wire here, it is placed in magnetic field. North and south pole is there, so magnetic field direction is shown like this. And if conductor is placed like this, it is also perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. So this current carrying conductor is placed in magnetic field. Magnetic field is from north to south. Then it experiences a force which is perpendicular to both the plane, means plane of B and plane of I. It means ki if you draw this plane like this, this is placed of B and this is for I, so this is your B, this is I, both are so a force is created which is also perpendicular to the plane contained by B and I. So this is the perpendicular direction shown here. So you can also find this direction. This direction will be very useful in deciding the how torque is produced in a DC machine, because force is produced. So when force is created, we can apply this force and we can rotate the rotor by application of this force. So this is called left hand rule or motor rule. This is called motor rule or left hand rule. What is this? This is your forefinger, this is thumb, this is middle finger. So all are placed perpendicular. If this is the direction of your current I and this is direction of field B, so force will be along the thumb. So this is called left hand rule or motor rule. Here the generated force F equal to BIL, it is in Newton. B is magnetic field, magnetic flux density in Tesla. L equal to conductor length in the field. This is the effective length which is in the field measured in meter. I is the conductor current. So this formula F equal to BIL is the basic formula that will be used how force is created by use of electric current placed in a magnetic field. This force is called Lorentz force. Now how unidirectional torque is produced, we will see it, how unidirectional torque can be produced. So let us see what is the method so that we can get a unidirectional torque. You see here production of unidirectional torque, principle of operation of DC motor. So you see here how it is. This is called left hand rule, position of conductor. You see here, so this portion A is here, A is the position of conductor. I am drawing another diagram also. Let us see how it is. Suppose here is one conductor, that is cross conductor is A. Here magnetic field is north side pole is here and south side pole is here. So here you have one conductor, position of a conductor under north pole. Position of a conductor under north pole. So this conductor, cross means current is going inside. Current is going inside, and here dot means current is coming outside. So current is going here inside, and here current is coming outside. This current is going into the side. This is your carbon brush. This is also carbon brush is placed here, and this two portion is, that is, this is called commutator. I have already discussed in detail in my previous videos. Commutator. In video part 2 I have discussed it. So this brush is there. Brush is placed on the commutator, and this is a conductor, and I told you conductors are connected with the commutator. I have shown also its video diagram. In this conductor is connected with the commutator. So this conductor is under the north pole. Now you see here, when it is rotated, the position of conductor, now this position come here and this position goes here, you see. So once you see this diagram, the pole is north, conductor is A here, now the pole is again north here, now it is rotated and conductor B come here. So the force you see in both the case, the direction of force here, by applying the left hand rule for the motor, the direction of current, you can find this very easily. This is the direction of current, this is direction of magnetic field, and this is force. So you will very easily find the direction of force is along this direction. In the same way, here also the direction of force is same. So both sides, both the place, you just apply this rule. You just apply this thing, and you will find that the direction of force at this point is downward, and at this point the direction of force is upward. The same way here, just when the conductor came here and it goes here, the direction remains same. It means if direction remains same, you can find using the left hand rule. This shows that the direction of force is same, so rotation will be along this direction. Torque will be produced in this direction, this force multiplied by this perpendicular distance. So torque will be produced in this direction and machine will rotate like this. With this configuration, the torque is unidirectional and independent of position of conductor. At this time, what is meaning? At this time the position of conductor is here, at this time position of conductor is here, but the force direction in both the cases is same. So the direction of torque is unidirectional and it is independent of position of the conductor. I'm showing you some more diagram, some elaborated diagram. You can see here extended diagram is there. This diagram is extended part of the previous whatever I have shown you here. You can see here a clear diagram that is showing how we will understand. I will explain it. You see here, this is the north and south pole. This conductor is placed here. Magnetic field goes from north to south pole. This point is, this is your commutator, this is commutator, and this is brushes, and load is connected through this line. Load is connected through this line. So once load is connected through this line, this carbon brush gives current to flow. So the direction of current is given here. You can find very easily north and south pole. Current is going like this, magnetic field is this, and so if you connect the load here, you can connect the load here, so current coming here and going back along the same direction when it is rotated by following the rule of the left hand rule. This is force, this is the direction of current, and this is the field. What will happen at this position? You will see here that commutator and brushes. Whether if you move this direction of current does not change. You can verify by using this left hand rule, Fleming left hand rule. This position, there is a gap, a small gap is there. There may be some sparking here. This position may be some sparking. This commutator and brush arrangement is given here. So we can also see this sparking structure in your video. You see, this is a sparking position. So sometimes sparking may takes place as shown in the animation here. Now I will explain how you will find the induced EMF and what is the expression of induced EMF in the armature of DC machine. Armature I have discussed in more detail in part 1, 2 and 3 also. All the parts I have discussed what is the armature and how it is responsible for creation of induced EMF inside it. So now you consider here, if P is number of poles, means P is number of poles on the stator, maybe 2, maybe 4, maybe 6, maybe 8, like that. Then P by 2 means half pole cycle of variation of the flux are encountered every complete mechanical rotation. This is very important thing. I will explain you how it is happening. Then P by 2 cycles of variation of flux are encountered by every complete mechanical rotation. So there is a one definition, what is the mechanical angle and what is electrical angle. I will explain you how mechanical angle is different than electrical angle. One pole pitch means 180 degree electrical. Electrical angle is different and mechanical angle is different. I will explain it here. What is electrical angle and what is mechanical angle. Suppose you have north pole and you have a south pole. This is north and south pole. And a conductor, suppose I am putting a conductor here. This is suppose a conductor. I will explain you how mechanical and electrical angles are formed. So this conductor at this time, you assume that at this time it is parallel to this axis. So maximum flux is cutting this line, and if you rotate this position, this conductor by mechanically, means you rotate it, then suppose if you rotate it by 90 degree, like now it can come here, like 90 degree it is rotated, it come here. Again you 90 degree rotate, this is position A, B, you 90 degree rotated, this position come here A and B. Again if you rotate 90 degree, I am drawing it here, what will happen? Then A will come here and B will come here. If you again rotate 90 degree, the position will be like this. So A will come here, B will be here, and if you again rotate it by 90 degree, then what will happen? A will be here and B will be here. Means this initial position is there. If you rotating it by 90 degree, then this position will come, B will be upside and A will be downside. If you rotate again by 90 degree, so B will be here and this A will come here and B will be here. If you rotate again 90 degree, this position will come and this position finally you will get. Means mechanically you have rotated it by 360 degree. Mechanically 360 degree. Now how much electrical angle is formed? And now electrical angle will be formed by the north and south pole, because this is the source which is giving flux. So this flux will create electrical angle. How electrical angle? Because this changing at this time, the induced EMF will be maximum. As angle goes here 90 degree, the flux linking with this will be very small, so induced EMF will be 0. So you can see here that at the starting I am